Hey guys, what's up? What is up? I'm gonna do a little family farm update, life in the province. This is February 1st. So I've actually been here for 1 year. Well, just shy of a day. I got here February 2nd, 2023. So we'll talk about that. But today, I wanted to show you some updates here on the family farm. So we decided to put a kitchen in the karaoke room. I'm going to show you. My father-in-law's been working on this for a couple days, and you'll see. I'm going to show I'll show the old. Actually, I'll put the old right here. I'll put the video so you can see what it looked like before. Yep, I hear you, chicken. That's what it looked like before. And now, you remember we tore down the wall for the funeral, and then we left it down so that we could just have some open space. There's little Mr. Turkey. Hey, Mr. Turkey. Turkey, turkey. He likes talking to me. So we built this new wall out of bamboo. You see, this is all bamboo. And then my father-in-law tore down this wall this morning. You remember the other day they were cutting wood. This is all the new wood that they cut from the trees. You see Mom is burning. She likes to burn. She loves to rake up piles of leaves and burn them. So in the Philippines, they don't have lawnmowers. Well, I'm sure they have them, but you just don't see them. So what they do is they burn everything. You see. See where they burnt the grass on that hill, that whole field they burnt the other day, and it's already growing back. You can see the sheep. Not the sheep, we don't have sheep. All of our goats grazing down by the mango tree. The animals. You know, we got rid of the pig. Killed the pig for New Year's, I believe. Watch these ducks. These things are so loud. Hey duck. Hey duck. Hey, duck. If you put your feet down there, they'll bite your feet. Watch. If I stand over here, they'll curl in my toes because they will bite. I don't know why they always want to bite. Mr. Turkey. All right, enough of you. You're too loud. Too noisy. It's early. I just woke up. It is 7 a.m. and they're already working hard. You see, Christy did laundry yesterday, so we got our laundry hanging out. There is no dryer, so we use the good old air, of course, air method. And we use our washer. It's been a good washer, Panasonic. Keep it covered up and under that canopy. So yeah, a lot of changes since I first got here. A lot of changes in a year. See, this actually used to be part of the old house. It was a very small room. The ceiling was like barely 5.5 feet tall. Look at all these chickens. Let's see if the chickens are still up here. Ow, just hit my head. Smacked my head on there. Another big change was actually this carport. None of this was here when I moved in. My father-in-law built this whole carport. So that when we eventually bought a car, we'd have a place to store it. And now we do have our car, our Geely Coolray, which I'm sure you've seen in the previous videos. If you haven't seen it, I'll show it to you right here. That's our Geely Coolray. And then I've gotten a motorcycle. I'm sure you've seen my motorcycle. If you haven't seen it, that's it right there. Show that to you. We have totally rebuilt the outdoor kitchen in the last year. Lots of puppies have been born. There's Rambo and Rocky. That's Rambo, the gray one. And Rocky is the black one. Rambo and Rocky. First time we've had a gray puppy. So we're wondering what neighbor dog is the father. So this is the outdoor kitchen. This is all new. What else have we done? What other changes? Yeah, the greenhouse. Built the greenhouse. A lot of changes in the in a year. A lot of upgrades. You know, so what do I got to say? So let's go for a little walk. So if you plan on coming to the Philippines as an American, you know, I can only speak for Americans. And I'm sure not all Americans are the same, you know, we're all different. White, black, Hispanic, it doesn't matter. We're all different. We're all different people. We have different needs, different wants. So a year ago, I decided that I was going to move to the Philippines and marry the love of my life, Christine. I was going to start new, get away from all the drugs and alcohol in the U.S., the politics, the crime, Not that I was on drugs. I smoked marijuana and drank normally, like everybody else. But just wanted to get away from all the things, especially the politics. I'm not going to go into a rant about politics here. Let me zoom out, make sure you can see me. So, if you move to the Philippines, you're going to be in for a culture shock. Definitely. It's definitely different. It's quiet. Everything moves a lot slower. Most things are 10 times cheaper. Well, I'm exaggerating 10 times. Everything's at least half of what you would pay. I mean, even my car, for an example. That car in the U.S., they don't make it in the U.S., but if they did, a similar vehicle would be like a Hyundai or a Kia, fully loaded, leather interior, backup cameras, 360-degree cameras. And if you've seen my video, well, if you haven't seen it, go watch my video about my vehicle. But it has everything. That vehicle cost us $21,500 in the U.S. That's cheap. That's a good price for everything. I mean, loaded. They did finance me, or us. They financed us, but I was the income. I live off of military retirement. I'm retired from the U.S. Navy, just in case you ever wanted to know. That's why I got all the tattoos, the Navy tattoos. So culture shock, definitely you're going to be in for a culture shock, but you get used to it. I love it here. I absolutely love it. The only thing I don't like would be the weather, because it is so hot, except for this time of year. This is actually, I guess you would call it their winter, and it gets cool. It's gets down in the 70s, the 80s in the day, 67, 68 at night, which is nice. Unless you go into the city like Angeles, it's actually cooler. You go up into the mountains where we just were. We went to Baguio, and you probably don't want to sit there and look at my face, so let's take a little walk. So yeah, you want certain things, right? So I would recommend, if you're going to move to the U.S., bring, $9,999 cash. That's what you're allowed to carry. The reason why you'd bring cash is you'll find out that it's quite difficult to transfer large amounts of cash. You can transfer, you sign up for Remitly, which I've found to be the best, what do they call it? Remittance. They call it remittance to transfer money over to the Philippines. And if your wife has a Filipino bank account, you can easily transfer cash into that bank account within 5 minutes. When you sign up for Remitly, they start you off on a low allowance. I think there's a limit of like $2,000 a day, $10,000 a month. Well, you can easily sign up for different tiers. I'm on tier 3, which is the highest, which is like $10,000 a day. I believe $30,000 a month. $120,000 a year, I think. Don't quote me on that. I'd have to check. But yeah, you're gonna want to have a way to bring your money over here, definitely. Other things I'd recommend when you get here is an air conditioner. Definitely gonna want an air conditioner. A good refrigerator. I've bought a refrigerator, air conditioner, washing machine, because we live in the province, and they actually did their laundry by hand, which I wasn't going to make my wife do my laundry by hand, and I certainly wasn't going to do it. So these are all the paper trees that we talked about the other day. All these trees here the other day when they were cutting lumber. So what they do, well, at least what my father-in-law did, plants all these trees, and they grow rather quickly. 3 years you can harvest them. So these ones are fairly new. I got a cobweb in my hair. Ooh, I just walked through that cobweb. These ones are fairly young. These ones are older. You can see as they start to get larger, they grow rather fast. The ducks spotted me. They're loud. These are banana trees. So if you have any questions in the comments, ask me questions. You know, I've been here for a year, so I know some things. We've also purchased land. We got 1,000 square meters of land. I won't tell you how much we paid for it. I'll just tell you that the average price for land, they go by square meter, and it goes between, it's usually around 1,000 to 1,500 pesos per square meter. So like I said, it's been a year. This is my 1-year anniversary. A lot has changed. A lot of upgrades. When you marry a Filipina, you marry the whole family, and I don't have a problem with it. I love it. I love my in-laws. We get along great. You know, I spoil them, buying them gifts and giving them money if they need it. But, you know, upgrades on the house especially. There's the greenhouse that we built. It's just part of life, you know. If you marry a Filipina, expect to marry the whole family. If you want a happy life. Happy wife, happy life. Bugs, a lot of bugs. It's my little brother. But yeah, a lot of upgrades. All right, my phone's getting hot. So yeah, the original kitchen is in the house, but we decided to expand and build the kitchen outside. Christine is working on the toaster oven, getting it ready to move to the new kitchen. But all right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, please just write it in the comments and I'll answer. I'd like to do a Q&A, get all these questions together and answer them for you. I can't think of anything at the moment. I did just get my spousal visa, which took quite a while to get that. It's going to take you almost a year because you got to have certain things. You do have to have your what's that called, your marriage certificate, which is your certified copy, which takes like 6 months to get that. So that's why it took so long to get my spousal visa. When you get your spousal visa, they put you on a probation, so it's good for a year, and then you have to go back at the end of the year and do the upgrade to the permanent, which I think is good for like 10 years before you have to renew it. In the Philippines, you do have to do an annual report every year that you're here. That's in January, February, and March, I believe. and do that at Marquee Mall. At least that's where we go. It's an hour and a half away to Angeles City. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Peace.